program more than you were in the past?
No, I mean, I'm going to keep it the same, man. I'm 23. I'm all natural, you know. I don't use any pads or even supplements, really. You know, the only supplement I do take is glutamine just to kind of help with the soreness. But, you know, I'm going to keep it the same. I know I am a smaller 45er, not smaller, but, you know, I'm not the biggest, strongest 45er there is, and that's fine with me. You know, I'm going to keep everything the same diet, same strength and conditioning, and I really think I'll be able to hold my own and excel at this weight class, regardless of the strength difference. You know, I started at freaking 155s. You know, I wrestled 140s in high school, so it's not. I've been at this general weight area for a long time, competing at high levels, you know, in wrestling and fighting. So I don't see it being a real issue. You know, I've dealt with strength before. You know, I started fighting at 15 as a pro. So I've grown up having to deal with stronger guys, you know, as far as fighting and wrestling goes. So, yeah, man, I'm going to keep it the same, and I'm just going to be that same old average-looking, skinny white boy who somehow pulls it off.
Wait a minute. Now, I don't consider any fighter average. You are doing things that most people can't do, so you are not average. Correction.
well, thank you. Let me rephrase that. I'm not, you know, the top level looking athletic and athlete type of guy. You know, I'm just I'm not the fastest guy, I'm not the strongest guy, but you know, I just work hard. So.
And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. There are a lot of fighters out there who like to take shortcuts, or people think that it's just going to be easy if they don't follow through and don't make weight or don't make the extra effort. There are some fighters out there who are just like you, who bust their ass and make weight and do everything that they're supposed to. So I totally commend you, Cody.
Thank you very much.
You got one bad-ass mofo on this phone right now. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Steve's pretty tough.
We know, like, and that's why I wanted to make it a point to say that, you know, I've been a critic of Cody at some times either, but it's also because, you expect the best out of people, especially with the talent that he has, and you know, sometimes you get angry because you know that they're not performing at their best. Obviously, he knows he wasn't performing at his best, considering he's going to 45, where you know he could very well have a bright future, and you know he might start going on a tear and you know being one of the next best fighters in the sport. And I can't wait to see what 2015 holds for Cody Bollinger. And you know I'm sure that you know outside of the promotion he fights for now, he's going to be turning heads in everywhere. You know, he's a complete fighter, and I'm sure it's something he's going to start showing us more in 2015. Not to say that he did it in the past, but he's going to be, you know, performing on all cylinders. He's not going to be completely destroying his body just so he can compete at that weight class for one night. You know,
yeah,
I think you know, people underestimate what the actual weight cutting process takes out of somebody's body, takes out of a fighter.
Yeah, you know, I mean, just to touch on that, you know, and as far as when I was cutting to 35s, I mean, what I would deal with every time I got down to about 140, 141, I would completely stop sweating. You know, no matter how long I spent in the sauna and no matter what I did, I could not sweat at 140, 141. After I rehydrated, I wouldn't use the restroom. I wouldn't go number 2 for about 3 days, and it really tore me up, you know. But no excuse, you know. I felt good every time I fought. You know, I didn't feel restricted or tired or fatigued. But I really think I'm going to be 100% better at 45s for sure.
I think the one thing you'll see is that you'll be stronger, faster, and you know you'll be able to put a better pace in your fights than you normally would. That's just my guesstimation what this will change for you. You know, people really don't understand it. I know I'm kind of sounding like a broken record at this point in time, but they really don't.
Yeah, man, you're giving away my game plan now.
I know. Come on, haters are listening. Let me stop.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, here's my thing. Everyone knows what people's game plans are to an extent. You still have to go out there and you have to stop them. I don't see a lot of people are going to be doing that. At least in Titans featherweight division for right now. And you know, possibly he gets Cody will get another crack here at the UFC, which I believe he deserves. You know, he was was killing himself to fight somewhere where he thought he had an advantage at. And you know, sometimes we need to have ourselves humbled to get ways of thinking out of our head to kind of restart and refresh anew. I'm sure Cody's going to take this chance and he's going to run with it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Cody,
now, just wanted to touch on. Go ahead, Rachel.
Can I ask you this? What's your favorite move?
Am
I allowed to ask it? Or am I giving that away too?
No. Man, that's hard. I love being able to get a nice takedown. You know, I wrestled my whole life. Wrestling is my base. And I love being able to get a nice throw or, make the crowd go when I get a real good takedown. As far as favorites, though, I mean, I don't really have any. Whatever they give me, I like to just punch people, and when they quit, they quit. Or when they give me something, I'll take it. I don't really go out there looking to do anything specific. I'm going to punch them in the face as hard as I can and try not to get hit. And, I just keep it simple.
Oh.
Anything else outside of that, Rachel? Or are you throwing it back to me?
No, that's I mean, that was fantastic. Hello. That was great, Cody.
Well, thank you very much.
Wait. Now, what do you think
but,
about the spinning back fist? Have you done that yet?
What do I think about what?
The spinning back fist. Have you done that yet?
Not in an actual fight. No, I haven't. It's working for some people, Paul Felder the other night, man. I called that. I trained with him before. He's a really, really tough MFer, and he pulled it off, man. That was awesome. So props to him. I don't see myself throwing it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll feel spunky and try it.
Hey, that's when those moves come in handy. You just never know what's going to be the outcome of that. I mean, look at Tony Carter my goodness, his spinning back fists have gotten him a long way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say this, I'm glad you brought up Felder because, my kids actually train at Daniel Gracie here in Philadelphia, so I get to see Paul from time to time. I wouldn't say I would have called the spinning back fist, but, I mean, Paul's just a talent that people haven't gotten a chance to really see yet. They saw a small glimpse of it. People also tend to forget what got him in the UFC was a crazy spinning heel kick knockout, which was his first title defense of his CFFC title. Cody mentioned that he trains with the guy. You punch him when he hasn't expected it, and expect a flurry because he's just going to bite down on his mouth guard and come at you with a couple punch and kick combination. That's going to be like, fuck, I shouldn't have thrown that.
Yeah, exactly, man. His kicks are deadly. I don't want to compare him to Cowboy yet, but he's real close to Cowboy striking level.
They train with each other, and I thought it was kind of funny if you were listening to the fight. Anyone who follows Paul knows that him and Cowboy are really close, and that he goes out to the ranch and train with him for a lot of the fights. And the fact that Joe didn't even know that as he was calling the fight, and he didn't find out till he got into the cage and interviewed him after the fight that he works with him. He was he has a fighting style that's really similar to a guy fighting later tonight in Cowboy Cerrone. I just thought it was funny that he's put in that situation and he didn't even notice it until obviously after Paul knocked him out and informed him that I trained at the ranch with Cowboy. So
yeah, for sure.
Now, I believe he's going to be somebody that people are going to start paying attention to in that already crazy and deep 55-pound division there in the UFC. So, he's got a large mountain to climb, but if there's a guy that could do it, it's definitely him.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Now, a few minutes here before we let Cody go upon the rest of his night, but what I typically like to do here at the end is kind of throw the microphone over to you, Cody. Is there anyone you would like to thank? Sponsors, your website, social media sites, any charities you might be working with, anything you would like to say at all, let our listeners know about? Microphone's yours, Cody.
Yeah, thank you, man. First off, I want to thank you guys for having me on for sure. It was a real pleasure, and I had a good time. Sponsor-wise, I'd like to thank Rev Gear, CF Athletic. Got a couple that I'm working deals out with, so I'll shout them out next time. But Future Energy Savers and Unique Kennels, those are my four main, great sponsors right now, and hopefully I'll be adding some more to that soon. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's all Cody Bollinger, real simple, no numbers or hashtags or anything like that. And yeah,
I just tweeted him, you guys.
Perfect. Thank you again very much for having me on, you guys. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Cody.
It's definitely fun to go ahead, Rachel. Go ahead.
I just want to wish you much success, and I will definitely be watching. Who knows? Maybe I'll be there in person and can do a TV interview with you.
Right on. Come down to Alabama.
I love Alabama. Actually, I have a friend out there, Bama girls out there. So, yeah, I'll have to come out to Alabama.
Right on.
Yeah, Stacy. Love her.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead,
Cody,
Steve, you got the floor,
again, it's always our pleasure to bring you guys on here. We're all about giving you guys a platform to kind of let everyone know, what you're doing, what's new with you, and kind of let you guys give people another reason to tune in, listen in, and support. And if I help you connect with two new fans tonight, my job is done. It's always our pleasure, and we know your guys' time is your time, and it's definitely appreciated. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour, however long you spend with us, it is our pleasure at the end of the day.
No, awesome. Thank you, man.
But thank you, Cody. Now you can go back and get behind the wheel.
There we go. I'm actually up in a couple minutes, so this is perfect timing.
Nice.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Should take a video and post that, because I so want to. My dad used to do, what is that where you crash cars with each other? What the hell they call it?
Oh, the derby.
Or something. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Dude, I so grew up with that with my dad, so I love any type of fancy, fast muscle cars racing. Post a video, yo. We want to see it.
All right, I'll try. I'm riding solo right now, so I don't know if I can get one, but I'll post one up for sure. I'll have somebody get one for you.
Absolutely.
All right. Well.
All right, Cody, you have a fantastic night.
Thank you for your time tonight. It was a pleasure. Go have some fun racing some cars, buddy.
All right, you guys have a good night, man. God bless.
You too. God bless you too.
Bye.
All right, everyone. That was Titan Fighting Championships featherweight. Because he's not a bantamweight, no more.
Steve, who can hate on that guy? Who can hate on any fighter, honestly? Come on.
Listen, some people have a problem with the weight cutting issue. You know what I mean? I understand it. It's something that I've even talked to our next guest, Mr. Benjamin, should be calling in here any minute now, and it's just something that I feel that people underestimate. That I believe there should be a limit, to how much weight you can cut, and I believe we're not going to be waiting any longer because there's already a caller in the queue.
What? Get out.
This should be Dr. Benjamin.
Hello,
right
Dr.
on time.
Benjamin.
Hello. How are you?
Hello,
Dr. Benjamin.
Dr. B.
I'm
Benjamin,
terrific. Thank you.
Welcome back to Cage Side Submissions, being joined by my co-host for the evening, Miss Rachel Blaze. Rachel, introduce yourself.
I am Rachel Blaze. I have several different organizations. I do media work and advocacy for fighters